Hi everyone, it's Christy here from ChristyCarametal.com and welcome to this week's project tutorial. In this video I'm going to show you how to create this Grateful to Be Your Friend greeting card featuring Stampin' Up's To a Wild Rose stamp set. So let's get started.
Okay, to start with you're going to need one of your Stampin' Spritzers right here. So I've already got mine already done. So the way I've done that is I've put some rubbing alcohol in here, as well as some drops of my crushed curry re-inker. Now you can just use water, however I've used rubbing alcohol because it will dry quicker on my project. And you want about 5 or 6 drops of your re-inker, and then you just mix that together. Okay, and you may get some ink all over your fingers like I have. What I have here is my card base. Now this is thick Whisper White cardstock. I've already gone ahead and I've scored it. And what I want to do is I want to create a spritz of colour over this as a background. So I will hold this at arm's length and I will spray making sure my nozzle is facing up. Okay, don't want to go down as it might not work as much. So I'm going to turn around and spray just a couple of sprays on this just to create a splatter of background. You can make this as concentrated or as less concentrated as you wish. I just want something quite light. So I don't know if you can see that, but I've just got a light cover of splatter. I might actually make it a little bit more deeper. Oops, not on me. Okay, so there's our splatter of crushed curry across the my card base, and I'm going to set that aside to dry for a moment. Okay, so next I've got a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. I've got my PC mat here. Okay, so we're working with the To a Wild Rose stamp set today. So I've got my solid floral image here. Now, one thing I've done is I've put a little arrow on the back end of my stamp here so that when I go to mount it, I know which way is facing up. So I'm going to ink this up using my Floaty Flamingo ink. I'm going to do this at full strength. So I want 2 of these. I'm just going to ink this up. Okay, and I'm going to stamp this twice. 1, 2, and then I want the next layer, this one here. Once again, I've got a little arrow at the top here, so I can lay that there. And I may have to jiggle it around to find where that layer is, but I know exactly where that is. And we're going to ink that layer using Poppy Parade. Okay, and there's our 2 flower images. Okay, so now I've got my leaf image mounted to my block. I'm going to stamp this 3 times. This is the solid leaf image. I'm going to stamp it 3 times using my Granny Green Apple. 1, 2, 3. And then finally, I've now got the center of my flower. I'm going to stamp that in crushed curry twice. Okay, so using my Wild Rose dies here, I've gone and covered these here. I'm just going to go and run these through my die cutting machine and then we'll be back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've cut all those pieces out. I've also gone and used some of the other dies in the Wild Rose die set and cut out some leaves in Granny Green Apple, and also this flower image here as some Whisper White cardstock. So we're going to stamp our greeting now, and to do that I am going to be using the Stamp-O-Magic. The Stamparatus. I'm going to show you a couple quick neat little trick here. Okay, so my greeting, I want it to say grateful to be your friend. So I don't want the and. So the way we're going to do that is, let's find my words. So I'm going to lay the first one down, and grateful first. I'm using the lines on it. So I've just got some lined paper here. Now you can use the line that's already here, but I've just decided to use some scrap paper. I'm going to line this up. Okay, I'm using one of my plates. I'm going to ink that using Night of Navy. Okay, perfect. And now I can line up to your friend right next to it. Okay, and then I'm going to use this side, pick that up, and let's ink it up. Okay, so that's all nice and straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean off my stamps now. Okay, because I don't want the "and" part on there at all. So this time I'm going to put in get a magnet first off the back. And then I can mask off the "and." Here's my washi. Mask this off here. Okay, now let's ink it up. So we'll go Grateful first. Take off my mask. Don't want to stamp that down, do we? Oops, I dropped that. I don't think I was supposed to do that. Anyway, that worked. Bring all this back. Okay, let's ink up the other side. Okay. Perfect. Now I can trim that using either my scissors, or I can use a paper trimmer, which I might use a paper trimmer to do that actually. Okay, so I'm going to trim my greeting down using a paper trimmer. Perfect. So let's now assemble our card. So we'll bring our card base in. That's all nice and dry now. I do have a piece of Brights Designer Series paper. This is the Poppy Parade colour. I'm going to stick this right down the bottom here. Okay, flush along the bottom. That piece there measures 3 centimetres by the 5 7/8 of an inch in length here. Okay, so now what we do is I've got all my little pieces here, and let's simply just assemble them or lay them up. So I'm going to use a bunch of Stampin' Dimensionals to help me out here, as well as my liquid glue. I've got my minis and my pole ones. So first off, I'm going to put a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of my little centers to my flowers, and I'm going to stick those onto my flowers. Okay, so let's just layer this and then we can go from there. Okay, and I think I might put my greeting and trim that down right along there. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere that down. So what I'll probably do is I'm going to stick this flower down straight. I'm going to put dimensionals on this one here, and the rest I'm just going to stick down normally. So I'm going to speed up the camera while I do that. So yeah, sit back and have fun. So there's our card all nicely finished, and to finish it off I'm simply just going to add a scattering of little rhinestones. And there's our project all finished. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next week for our project tutorial. Thanks again, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to be notified every time a new video project is made available. Thanks again, and I'll catch you next week. Bye for now.